Wells Crowther was an equity trader who set off to work on September 11th, like so many other people, and just never came home.
Eyewitnesses described people just laying around dazed and stunned, and then out of the dust and smoke appeared a young man wearing a red bandana like this.
Wells, he always did the right thing, did right by everybody who he knew, and even people he didn't know. And I was so keenly aware of that when 9/11 happened, because I remember thinking, uh-oh, Wells is definitely doing the right thing in there.
That was the beginning of the legend of the man in the red bandana.
We kind of always made fun of him for carrying it around. He's like, it's my thing, that's me. I always have it with me.
Wells was about 5 or 6. I handed him the red bandana and I said, I carry mine in my back pocket here. I have a blue one. And that started it. And he always had a red bandana in his back right pocket.
I think it kept him close to my dad. And it was almost like he always had a piece of my dad with him.
Wells and I spoke every day on the phone. We were best friends.
Wells was raised around the firehouse and followed in his dad's footsteps by joining as a volunteer as soon as he was old enough.
He had such a big heart filled with love, and I think that informed his every move.
He could have walked out of the World Trade Tower, but he said, no, I'm not going to do that. I can help out. I've got the background of a volunteer fireman. I can do something here.
One of the survivors said, we didn't know what to do. Then Wells shows up out of nowhere. The man had his nose and mouth covered with the bandana as protection against the smoke and dust.
He wanted to make sure he got as many people off the 78th floor sky lobby as possible. A number of the women who he saved were his witnesses. One of the victims was badly burned, 60% of her body. Another woman, he had been carrying her whole left side, her arm, shoulder, and elbow were all smashed when she had been thrown across the room on the impact of the plane.
Crowther accompanied a woman with a broken arm and a man with a severed arm to the 61st floor. From there, he instructed them to continue down the stairs. I have to leave you here, he said. I have to go back up and help others.
He was staying there until the bitter end. So I just know that was Wells. He would never give up. And he knew he was helping a lot of people that day.
We knew he would have gotten in touch with us, so we knew he was gone.
The Wells Remy Crowther Charitable Trust was established in September of 2001 because so many generous people had started just sending us money.
And the generosity was overwhelming. We make grants and gifts to other organizations working directly with young people.
Wells was robbed of his youth. And what the trust wanted to do was to help younger people who could live the life that Wells did, in the sense of his caring, his hard work in sports, his hard work in school, and his volunteerism. So those are the kinds of things that we try and help.
And this is a huge gift that he's left for us, to be able to do this kind of work in his memory.
The fact that he stayed and had no other thought but to help as many people as he could, that's a hero.
And that's how I want him always remembered, as an individual who cared so much for others.
He'll always be my hero. He had such a big, beautiful heart.